in West Mobile with dietitian April.
Yes.
Really excited about what we're making today. I am always craving quesadillas.
Yes, yes. Quesadillas are great because you can really do a lot with them. Now what we're going to be using today, we're going to be making it low carb. So we're going to be using our low carb mission tortilla. It's called Carb Balance, and it's only about 6 grams of net carbs per whole tortilla. It's a big tortilla. And then we're going to be making sauteed spinach and putting it inside of it.
Sounds good. So I do want to talk about some of those ingredients that we're using today. I see that we already have some onions sauteed.
We're cooking down our onions. So these are the sweet Vidalia onions. And so we're cooking these down. And so, you know, we use onions a lot in recipes. We don't even think about that. That's another vegetable that we're getting in for the day. So that's really good for us too, right?
Right.
So, and then the other thing we're going to be putting in it is our wonderful greens. So we're going to be using Organic Girl greens. It's called super greens because it's really like your dark leafy greens. There's some spinach in there. There's some bok choy in there. It's a blend. There's a whole line that we have of Organic Girl greens as well.
Yeah, and sauteed spinach is so good.
Oh, it's so good. It really changes the flavor a lot, especially with the onions. It caramelization of the onions along with the spinach just adds this great unique flavor to it as well.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to turn this heat up just a little bit.
And of course the cheese too. We can't forget the cheese on quesadillas.
Yes. So what we're using is called La Belle Vie goat cheese is what we're going to put in it today. Now what I like about goat cheese that most people don't realize is that it's naturally lower in sodium. There's only 40 milligrams of sodium per ounce of our goat cheese, whereas regular cheese has about 3 times as much sodium naturally occurring. And then it's also naturally lower in saturated fat too, because you know we try to stay low in saturated fat just for heart health.
Yeah.
And so it makes it a great heart healthy recipe because you're getting your vegetables, you're getting your greens, your sauteed onions, and then with the goat cheese on top. And then you want to grab that bottle right there. I want to show everybody what we're going to put on top too. It's called Blue Top. This is a product that we've had at Rouse's that I'm just discovering recently.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's low in calories. It's only about 60 calories per tablespoon. What I like about it is you see that little skinny squirt top on the top?
Yep.
You can really control your portion of it. So a lot of dips and things like that, we tend to overdo it because we just scoop it on top. But with that little squirt bottle, I like how it controls your portion of the topping.
And there's a little cap that you can put right back on it if you want to save the rest for later in the fridge. Something that I love about your recipes is that you make these subtle changes that can really make a big difference if we do these in most or all of our meals.
Yes, yes. I like that eating healthy does not have to be something that is not going to taste good. Really and truly, most of the recipes that we make, and you can vouch for it, we're putting healthy twists on it, but most of the time you can't even really tell.
No, and they are so delicious.
They really taste good.
They really are. So we're going to add this spinach in, and when we come back with Joe, what will we be doing next?
We're going to be sauteing down this spinach. We're going to add some seasoning to it, and then we're going to take the spinach off and we're going to put it on a quesadilla, and we're going to cook it down a little bit more.
Awesome. Well, in the meantime, go check out Rouses.com. Their Eat Right with Rouses tab. You can find a lot of yummy ingredients and some helpful tips there. So when we come back, we're going to be working on these quesadillas. Stay with us.
Hey everybody, we are back here at Rouse's, and today we're making the case for healthy quesadillas.
That's the case.
That's the case. All right, so how are we making these healthy quesadillas here, April?
Okay, so of course we use our wonderful Rouse's olive oil as the base.
Yeah, it is so good.
It's so good. It goes with everything. And then we're cooking down our sweet onions and sweet Vidalia onions, about 1/4 of an onion. And
by the way, I just want to interject real quick. I've got to the point where I get upset when I reach for the olive oil and we're out of the Rouse's olive oil at home. I like it so much. I use it for everything that I make.
Awesome.
So anyway, okay, so back to this. I can smell the sweet Vidalia onions.
Yes, that's definitely caramelizing. We've added a whole container of our Organic Girl greens into there. And now this is called super greens. It's a mixture of different types of greens. You got your arugula, you got your spinach, and you got a little bit of bok choy in there. And so all those nice dark leafy greens, super healthy for us, great great source of antioxidants, definitely great source of fiber too.
And don't let the name fool you. You can still eat them even if you aren't an organic guy too.
Oh, yeah, right, exactly. It's not just for girls.
That's right.
All right, so now we're going to put 2 tablespoons of our Creole seasoning, the Paul Prudhomme seasoning. It's that salt-free seasoning, and what I like about it is you can use more if you want because it doesn't have all the salt in it. It's just natural herbs and spices. We're also going to add cumin. Now, the cumin really gives this some flavor. Okay?
And if you ever pick up a taco seasoning pack or a fajita packet or something like that, you'll smell that cumin in there.
The cumin, yes, that is definitely a great flavor. It really just kicks everything up a notch, and then we're also going to add our garlic powder. So, so we just added those 3 seasonings. We're going to stir this around.
I love how you're adding a lot of flavor to that.
So much flavor, and not adding sodium, and really not adding, I mean, we put our olive oil, that's a little bit of fat, but that's a healthy fat.
All right, so we've got the spices adding flavor, not salt. We've got olive oil. Right. We've also got the carb balance tortillas as well.
Exactly. We have our carb balance tortillas, which we were talking about during the break, that the carb balance tortillas have more fiber in it. So whenever you have your carbs and you subtract for your net carbs, that fiber you're going to be subtracting.
So I think that's 19 grams of carbs, 13 grams of fiber. 19 minus 13 is 6, so 6 grams of net carbs.
Exactly. And then what we're going to do is we're going to actually just take the spinach off of the pan, and then we're going to take our tortilla, put it on the pan, and melt and just kind of combine our flavors. Now the other thing we're going to put on top is we're going to put goat cheese. Okay, so the goat cheese, a lot of people don't know about goat cheese. I've been talking to a lot of people that are like, goat cheese is actually healthy, and the answer is it is a healthier cheese. And a lot of people that don't tolerate regular cheese, maybe lactose intolerant or whatnot, they are able to tolerate goat cheese depending on, you know, the severity of their lactose intolerance. Really good source of calcium as well, but it's also going to be lower in sodium. And it's about 1/3 of regular cheese in sodium, and then it also is lower in saturated fat.
And taste-wise, it has a really creamy texture to it too, so it spreads out around, and you can.
It's so creamy. It's very filling. Now, a lot of people are going to say, "Okay, a spinach quesadilla is not going to fill me up." If you don't think this is going to fill you up, you can always add some more lean protein to it if you want.
Grilled chicken, whatever.
Yeah, grilled chicken. You could add grilled shrimp. I mean, you can add, you know, if you wanted to add something else like a tofu or you could keep it vegetarian and just add some more vegetarian proteins as well. And then we're going to put our goat cheese and tomatoes, and then we're just going to let that kind of melt together a little bit.
All right, well, let's let you do that. We'll take some time to let it all come together, and when we come back, we'll finish up these healthy quesadillas here on Studio 10. Thanks a lot, April.
Yes.
And we are back. It's almost quesadilla time.
Quesadilla time. You gotta do like a little dance. You know, you gotta keep the energy up in the kitchen, you know, because cooking is fun.
It is fun.
It really is. So you gotta keep the fun going.
You put passion, love into it, and then you can feel that when you taste it.
Oh, exactly. That's why everything tastes good whenever somebody that loves you cooks you stuff for you. You're like, oh, you cooked this with love.
Man,
right?
this is deep. We're getting deep here in the kitchen.
Yes,
that makes perfect sense to me. So tell us what you're doing right now.
This is our quesadilla. It's our spinach quesadilla. And what we've done is we've just put a little bit of a healthier spin on it, okay? So all we did was we sauteed down our spinach with some heart-healthy olive oil, our Rouse's olive oil. Spinach, yes, healthy, yes, right? And also we sauteed it down with the onions. We added some great flavors without adding all the salt. You're making beautiful artwork.
I made a smiley face because your healthy recipe makes me happy.
It makes you smile, right? And so we put all those great spices in it. We put the Paul Prudhomme spice in it. We put some cumin. We put some garlic powder. I mean, you just can't go wrong with it. And then we topped it off with goat cheese and with tomato. So, I mean, great combination.
This is a huge napkin, by the way.
That's a really big napkin, but you need them sometimes whenever you have some messy food.
This is so good.
Do you like it?
There's so much flavor in here, and I think that's one of the things that people, when they look at maybe a vegetarian recipe or something healthy, they don't think that it can have that much flavor in it.
Right,
And
definitely.
you have definitely accomplished the opposite of that by packing this with flavor.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, you can definitely, you use all those great flavors, all those great seasonings. We have everything you need here at Rouse's. I mean, you can just create a really healthy dish. And guess what? You know, whenever you eat something healthy, you can feel good about it.
Yeah.
You're not going to feel weighed down. You're not going to feel like you have to take a nap after. You're going to feel good.
I love this too. This is so
Yes.
good. This honey chipotle creamy hot sauce, this blue top brand.
I love it.
It's going to be easy for the folks at home to remember because you just look for the blue top.
You just look for the blue top, exactly. They have a creamy hot honey chipotle flavor, and there's also like a garlic flavor that they have as
Cool.
well.
Check it out, y'all.
Yeah, it's great. You can top pizzas, tacos with it. I mean, the options are sort of endless.
Lastly, before we go, if people want more healthy recipes like the one you made today, where can they find more of your stuff, April?
Yes, they can eat right with Rouse's on our rouses.com on our website. We have lots of information, and if you go to rouses.com, you can find plenty of information on there. We also have our Facebook page, Rouse's Markets, and I go on there live just about every week.
I've seen
and
you
sometimes and sometimes I make recipes. Sometimes we're just talking about healthy things, but we're having a lot of fun at Rouse's.
All right, good stuff. These quesadillas are awesome. You got to check out this recipe and the other ones. Thank you so much, April.
Thanks for having me.
Back to eating time. Happy time.